Okay, we asked everybody to come in today. It's Sergeant Willoughby, Justin Willoughby's gonna be running the detective division. He's a CID, a sergeant over CID now. He'll be directly supervising all the detectives in the back. I'll be working closely with those guys, cause I just moved out of that division, but I'll be their supervisor overall. Back in 2009, if you recall, I don't know if you recall this particular incident, we had a homicide and our victim was Virgie C. Spurlock. And since that time, at the time that this happened, Sergeant Willoughby was new to the department. I think one of our detectives, the other two detectives weren't even working for the department at the time. And I was doing some patrol work at the time. So the people that are in CID now, nobody was associated with this case at the time. Of course, our police chief wasn't here at the time either. So everybody that's here now, nobody was directly associated with the case at the time that it happened. But over the past few years, after I went back to CID, I had this case in my office, and from time to time I would pull it out and do some stuff, and I've talked to a bunch of people over the past few years. After the chief came on board, he called me in one day and asked that we take another look at this, and I kind of gave him the full rundown of it. The chief has reviewed this case also, and over the last month, all the detectives that are Sergeant Willoughby and everybody working under him, we have all went back and reviewed this case again. We've had some small bit of additional information that has come to us, and so with a renewed enthusiasm and a lot of renewed hope, it's our intention. The case has never been closed, but it's our intention to go back and give this case a real hard look, and we're going to go through this case all over again and see if we can bring this case to some kind of resolution. That's our hope. That's our intentions, and we want to put this out there to the public. And if anybody has any information that could possibly help us, we're going to be looking for that too. And we want to make sure that you guys help us by putting this information out.
What basically happened to the victim, though?
The victim was found in his residence, and his death was ruled a homicide by the medical examiner. He was found in his bedroom on the floor, and there were some people, some persons of interest at the time, and those people were talked to. But like I said, the case went cold at that time, but it was never closed, and we have decided to go back and give this thing another real hard look based on some additional information that we've had. And throughout the years, there's always been some interest generated in the case from the public and especially from the family. We just kind of feel like we owe it to ourselves and to the family and to the public as a whole to try to go back and see if we could do something with this. And so for all those reasons, we feel like it's in everybody's best interest. And like I said, with this information that we have now, we feel like that there's a possibility that we may be able to solve this case. Of course, we don't make any guarantees on that, but the one guarantee that we do make is that we'll give it our best effort. And I think that it's just fair to everybody that we go back to the victim's family, and the community as a whole, that we go back and really give this thing another look and see what we can come up with.
Do you have any idea what the motive may have been, the reason for it?
Well, I can't say that the victim's pocket was turned out, so we feel that there might have been some type of theft committed. Exactly what was taken, we can't say at this time. We don't want to give. There's some information that we just can't give out, but that would be part of it. There could have been some other reasons that we may never know, but we do know that a lot of people did frequent his house, and he was an older gentleman, and he had lots of friends, and the family is a large family, so there were always people in and out of there. And I think during this time, what did we go back and look at, Sergeant? How many people were interviewed?
I think we've talked to 48 people during the initial investigation.
And so with that said, 48 people, and then there's a few names that we came up with over the last month, and some even prior to that, of people that we didn't know at the time, and some of these people, we know names, but we don't know who they are. So we will go back and try to see if we can find some of these people. And, in fact, I talked to a guy this morning that I've known for about 25 years, and, he told me that he might even know one of the people that we're looking for, and he will call me, in the next couple of days, and he'll try to find out where this person might be living. So, like I said, through some of my contacts, after I've been here, I've been here nearly 20 years now with the department, I know a few people, and through those contacts, hopefully we'll be able to contact the rest of these people, find them, bring them in, and try to see if we can get some additional information, and try to bring this thing to some type of resolution. That's our whole intent, is to try to resolve this case.
Hold it, everyone. My main purpose in this whole deal is hearing, we have a murder suspect still out there, and we need to do our best to resolve this and try to get this murder suspect off the street. I know the family has talked to me on several different occasions, and other people in the community have talked to me about this when I came on board back in 2011 about this case. And after I reviewed the case, and like Lieutenant Mueller has said, the case is still very workable, and so we've constructed a team, some eager young investigators, and I believe if we stay on course, we may be able to, like Mueller said, possibly solve this murder. And so I'm willing to invest some time and to make this happen. And I think, if we give it our best shot, and that's all we can do. And so I'm very happy that we got this team together, and we need the community's help. If you know anything, like we said, we have this new tip 411 in place. Anonymously, you can contact us through that, and we'll be sending more information out about that through our website. And if you guys in the media can help as well push this out, and hopefully we can catch this murder suspect.
I'm going to reiterate, we need the community to help us. There's a lot of people out there who have a lot of information, and we haven't talked to probably half of them, because we keep getting more people coming in. So if anybody knows anything, we just ask they come either speak to us, they can call us, our contact information can be posted, or they can use the tip 411 to be anonymous. So that's about it. He was in his 60s.
I want to say he was in his, I don't have his exact date, but he was in his 60s.
Was he retired, or?
I believe he was. And so what we can do is, we won't put a date of birth, but this is what we're going to send this out in a little bit, and we'll put his age on there. I don't think we had his age on there, we have his name, but we'll go ahead and put an age on there so that you'll know what his age was at the time. The age that it'll show would be the age at the time of his death.
Does it have a location where this happened?
Yeah, it was, did we put the street on there?
With the actual address, but it's going to be on Head Street.
Yeah, Head Street, and we'll add that in there too. We'll put the block number in the street, but it was on Head Street. So,
How was he discovered?
the guy was a friend of the family that went over there looking to talk to him, and discovered him.
At the time the discovery was made, do you know how long it had been since he died, or had any idea? Or?
No, but we do know that he was discovered later that night, and during the daytime, people, family and friends had talked to him, so he hadn't been there. Probably was discovered, I'm gonna say within
In a matter of
hours, 4 to 6 hours max. So again, sometimes you can't give an exact time of death, but I wasn't at the scene when all this happened, so I'm not really going to give a guess, but I would say, no more than 6 hours anyway, 4 to 6 hours.